Hello again, my cryptid connoisseurs. It's another night. I was sick today and figured, why not another cryptid to go with my symptoms? I was surprised how many people viewed my video, and it's such a short time, I will say. I appreciate all the support, genuinely. Each and every one of you is awesome, and it's nice to have so many people enjoying something that I love doing, and I can't wait to make more videos for you all. So, anyways, let's get right into it. In this show, we go over the fascinating monsters found in media, folklore, or in your closet. What are their weaknesses? What do they look like? Where did they originate from? What's their favorite sports team? And more facts here on Creatures, Cryptid, and Cretchers. In this episode, we will be exploring the Mothman. Ironically enough, I own a Mothman hoodie. Mothman has been another favorite amongst many in the cryptid community. Originating from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, Mothman has made a name for themselves. Described as a large human-bird hybrid, large man, around 6 to 7 feet tall, wingspan around 10 feet with white wings in certain cases, gray, brown, or solid black in color with large, glowing red eyes. Some say he looks like an oversized sugar glider, hang-gliding man, large humanoid owl, thunderbird. And some say he might also have been a sandhill crane. However, the area Mothman was in during the sightings was not in the migration area of the bird. My proposal, however, is different, with Mothman actually being an accumulation of moths in a strangely shaped trench coat with wings from Party City. Call me crazy, but I think I might be onto something. Away from all the descriptions, there are many theories to what Mothman is. An alien, perhaps? Results of a government experiment? Possibly the Thunderbird from folklore, which I'll go over in a later video. A paranormal entity, perhaps, possibly born by contaminated earth, or maybe even the product of a blood curse placed on the town by Chief Cornstalk, who was murdered in the area along with his son. Some even believe that Mothman might be connected to another cryptid known as the Grinning Man, an alien creature in that same area that would grin at those who saw him. Whatever he was, one thing remained the same in all accounts. He seemed to be either around, the cause, or the harbinger of disaster. Mothman sightings in the US started on November 12, 1966, when a group of gravediggers working in a cemetery in West Virginia spotted a massive figure moving from tree to tree, later to be described as a brown human being. Then later, Mothman hit the public eye even more on November 15th, when two couples were driving near the TNT area, an area in West Virginia where an abandoned facility dating back to World War II resides, when they turned a corner where Mothman came out of nowhere just as their headlights rounded the corner, and proceeded to pursue them for miles, flying at incredible speeds that most definitely broke the speed limit. Eventually, Mothman disappeared into a field on the outskirts of town. After this, the news released a report titled as "Couple See Man-Sized Bird Creature Something." From November 12, 1966 to December 15th, hundreds of people had reported seeing the Mothman. Firefighters, workers, families, people on their own, people in groups, dogs. Teenagers in the area even claimed their car roofs had been attacked by the creature. And on the 15th of December, the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant, West Virginia collapsed, and 46 people died. Mothman was said to be seen flying above the bridge, as told by eyewitnesses to the event. Mothman sightings in the area ceased the day the bridge collapsed. But the US isn't the only place where Mothman has been seen. Even farther back, a Mothman-like figure known as Mandragon was seen by several in the Shaotai Dam region in China. And on January 19, 1926, the day the dam collapsed and 15,000 people lost their lives, people in the farming area claimed to have seen the creature. Then again, on September 10, 1978, a mine collapsed in Freiburg, Germany, resulting in many people dying. Some of the workers who were supposed to work that day were scared away by a Mothman-type creature at the entrance of the mine, later to be known as the Freiburg Shrieker. People have also seen Mothman in Chicago, in Japan before the 2011 tsunami, before the Mexican swine flu outbreak in 2009, in Salem, West Virginia before a string of child disappearances, in Moscow right before the 1999 Russian apartment bombings, during 9/11, before the collapse of the 35W bridge in Minneapolis. On April 26, 1986, right before the Chernobyl disaster, he was seen again and called the Blackbird of Chernobyl. There's also the Owlman sightings in England, which could either be Mothman or a creature similar. Even before the famous sighting on November 15th, 1966 with the two couples, approximately 90 minutes before, in Dochers County, West Virginia on a small farm. Early's German Shepherd Bandit went missing after bolting into the woods after two red dots, with the only remnants being the dog's tracks going in circles as if chasing his tail, before disappearing. The original couples apparently saw a large dead dog on the side of the road near the farm while they were driving, but the carcass was gone sometime later. Mothman was appearing everywhere, and 9 times out of 10 it was before or during a disaster. Due to the overall widespread nature of Mothman, Mothman has become one of those cryptids that was heavily looked over by media. There have been news articles, TV episodes, books, movies, and more about the infamous Terror of the Skies. Point Pleasant has also been hosting a Mothman festival since 2002, where they have a 12-foot statue of Mothman. Some people want to replace Confederate statues with Mothman statues. There's a petition online, essentially. But I say, go one step further. Step out of the way, Lincoln. Replace it with Mothman. My apologies, Mount Rushmore, more like Mount Mothman. And who needs any statues or memorials when we have Mothman, because frankly, overall, he reigns supreme. So how strong is Mothman? Well, he has the ability to fly at incredible speeds, around 100 miles an hour, so good luck outrunning him or outflying him if you've taken to the air. Many people claim to have experienced ear and eye trauma after seeing Mothman, so he can take your ears and eyes. Monkey no see, monkey no hear. Being close to the Mothman can also cause delirium, extreme fear, and distress, which can sometimes lead to death or suicide. So he can also just unalive you by making you will yourself out of existence if he so chooses. Lastly, he might also be able to see into the future or be able to manipulate luck, Final Destination style. So in most aspects, if you find a way to piss off this usually non-hostile man-moth, you should probably start writing your will and decide what little Timmy will inherit. It's not the end of the world though. Mothman avoids bright car lights, so you could rapidly click your safety strobe light on and off to confuse him. He seems to be clumsy when running on the ground. People have compared his walk to a penguin, so maybe you can outrun him unless he decides to fly. And if all else fails, you could just judo kick the Birdman, giving you time to run away at 100 miles per hour. Whatever you decide to do, I wish you best of luck. So that's the story of the disaster warning sign known as Mothman. So next time you're out at night and see glowing red eyes or see a big dark shape moving through the trees, just know it could be a warning of things to come. Or not. Stay safe, people. Tuck yourselves into bed, rest your heads, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.